We are.
We're back.
We're back. I let BabyDoll back in after flying
did so good.
solo last night.
And you did so good, honey. I was so proud of you.
Yeah, you were saying that, kitty. Yeah, why are you saying that? What
You did well.
See, it's common guy response. What are you up to? What are you up to?
You did really well.
So anyway, welcome back, guys. Friday night. Sober Friday night.
And the feeling's right. Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night.
Wait, it's ladies' night.
Ladies' night. No, I like my night.
It's Friday
It's always
night.
ladies' night.
And the feeling's right.
So, are we on? Are we on?
We're on.
All right, 7 o'clock on the dot. Friday, February the 20th. You know what February the 20th is, honey?
It's one day before your 8-year anniversary of being sober.
Yeah.
How about that?
8 years.
How about it?
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. I gotta admit, I never thought I just didn't see it. I didn't see it happening. But God willed it, and I found the way, and He helped me. So you know what Monday is? It's your 8-year anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. I got 2 days on her. So you all thought it was an ultimatum that she told me to drink or she's not going to marry me.
I told you to drink or I wouldn't marry you.
Stop drinking. So anyway, let's see what's happening in the world today.
I probably did. I probably said drink or I'm going to marry you. And then you quit drinking.
Depends if you were sober or not.
So I'm way over here on this one, but
yeah, and I told you
that one needs to just a touch. You had it just barely though.
I had it right the first time.
That's too far. That's good.
See how she is. Too far, just right. A little bit here, a little bit there.
That's my job.
Yep.
It's my job, man.
So what went on today, Friday?
We got Donna, Robert, Linda, Debbie.
We got all kinds of people here. Got all kinds of people over there.
Trent.
Yeah.
Amy, that's Amy. Hi. Amy lives in Atlanta. She works for Chase Bank. She is a financial planner.
Can you stick more money in my Chase Bank account?
Yeah. Please, all of them.
Just mine.
No, they all need
I'll
money.
divvy it out to her. Just mine. So let's see. What a goofy day in the stock market, honey. Just a goofy world. So the Supreme Court shot down Trump's tariffs. You probably heard it. I mean, it was almost impossible not to hear about it today. It was on every stupid station, every
Hi, Kimberly.
social media crap out there, and it was just everywhere. So of course.
About what?
Oh,
Trump?
Yeah, the Supreme vote said Trump's tariffs.
The Supreme vote.
Supreme Court came out and said that Trump's way of how he put on the tariffs on countries and apparently drove up prices, he wasn't allowed to do it the way the law states. And that's the best way I can say it. However, so the market.
Guess what he's going to do?
I already know what he's doing.
Whatever he wants.
Well, no. Well, there's apparently another way to force tariffs on these countries. And I don't know exactly how it is, what it is. I tried hearing like 5 different explanations of what he's might going to do. And even Trump himself had a press conference. So the market went like this all day and finished up. Both of them finished up to over 200 points, the NASDAQ and the Dow. I didn't even think about making a trade today. Just didn't even think about it. Because I knew all this, or I had a feeling all this stuff was going to come out based on what the media was saying. The decision was possibly coming today, but no one knew 100% for sure until at 9 o'clock when the decision came out. And that's when I said, I don't even need to look at this market because any kind of trading would be guessing. And, so, and it would have been. Turned out, I may have made money. I may have lost some money. I have no idea. I'm just glad I didn't try. What's going forward? I don't know. We're still in a range. I guess the markets will. I'm not buying anything. I'll put it that way. And I've been saying that forever too. But I'm definitely not buying anything for long term. I'm going to trade the heck out of it, but I'm not going to buy anything long term. Matter of fact, that brings up. I was yesterday morning. It might have been Wednesday morning. I was looking at. I got several different things set up where I can look at stocks and a big basket of stocks in a pretty quick way based on a lot of settings that I put in over the years. And so it's probably about somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 stocks that I actively look at. And so the other day, I think it was yesterday morning, actually, I was looking at stocks to see if they're potential buys or not. I could not find not one that I had a strong conviction to buy it outright. And I'd count on one hand over the last 30 years where I, had that same thought. So anyway, patience is okay. That's what I'm saying. Hello, Kimberly. Kimberly was very active last night. She was helping me get through my lonesome dove moment.
Somebody told me you had nice eyelashes, so I must have a weird setting over there on this one. You got lashes.
Maybe they're talking about my lashes.
That's what I'm saying. They're talking about your lashes.
I got the blue eyes.
Yeah.
It used to be nobody knew my eyes were blue because they're always bloodshot.
It's the American way, red, white, and blue.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But sports report. Oh,
nothing.
Yeah. Well, besides the USA Hockey is going to play the Canadian hockey team for the gold medal, and I think it's on Sunday.
I heard the women won.
The USA women beat Canada in a big comeback, which was kind of cool. I didn't see any of it.
I didn't even know we had women's hockey.
Quite a while, actually. It's been around quite a while.
That is a pretty aggressive sport for women.
I'll tell you what.
Like boxing.
Well, I think hockey is probably the most aggressive, toughest sport to play.
Period.
Yeah, I got to play a little bit because I grew up on a lake growing up. I was there from the time I was 12 to 14 or so. It's not an easy sport.
No way.
And it's tough. Those guys are tough. They don't sit out with little toe injuries and fingernail chips or crap like that, like basketball players do, and even football players this day and age. But that's all about the money. Hockey, they play.
Hey, Melissa.
So, hey, Melissa, thanks for your help last night. I hope you reported.
You did pretty good, huh?
I hope you gave me.
You're shaking the whole floor.
Well, I do that.
The whole entire house.
That's because you make me nervous. So anyway, that's really it on sports. Good golf tournament going on. It's a big golf tournament, and that the total purse for the golf tournament is $20 million. Meaning the winner takes home somewhere around $3.6 to $4 million for winning on Sunday. So I'll be paying a little attention to that. But yeah, that's really it for the sports. And since I talked all last night, I'm gonna let you talk all the night.
Sarah said you did great. I thought you did great too. I thought you did a really great job last night.
Y'all just being nice.
No, you did good. You had good advice.
I don't know. I tried to give good advice. Hopefully it's not. If it doesn't work for you, if my advice doesn't work, it was still good advice. You just didn't listen to me. But,
well,
I don't know. I got, well, what were you saying?
I have some really fabulous stories to tell. But our topic tonight is called Rip, Roarin Laughter. And so I'm counting on you to lead all the jokes and all the laughter.
I don't have any jokes.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. All my jokes are not PG and holy rated.
PG and holy rated. That's a new one.
Yeah, not holy rated. I can tell my Uber stories. Or I can tell.
I got my hair done.
Yeah.
You can tell I can't leave it alone.
Yeah, beautifully. But you only, according to Dado, you only need to touch it once.
One time. That's it.
One time.
You can touch your hair one time.
Should be fiddling with it for the next 3 hours.
It's hard not to mess with my hair.
Well, then, let me show you what happens, honey, when you fiddle with your hair too much. You look like this.
You know what I was thinking is we could get you one of those hair hats like Glenn Beck has. It just cuts right across right here where he's got a wrinkle and he just sticks it on. It's the top of his head.
Hey, it was kind of chilly.
It's a hair hat.
It's been chilly all day. I probably would have wore it. I probably would have sported it. Yeah, someday, you know what? One of those days I want to try that because I want to see how, and just go out in public.
One of those hats?
Yeah, one of those hair hats and just see what kind of weird looks I get.
It would look great on you, honey. It would totally fit in your personality. You would get away with it so well.
Hey, what's up? Carry a big comb into my back pocket. Actually, yes. I think we used to do that back in like 4th or 5th grade.
The combs.
Yeah, we were such geeks. But,
well, I have a lovely story to tell then.
Okay.
If you don't have any good jokes.
Not yet.
I went to a women's meeting today. It's called Women Already Connected. And there was about seven of us, and then a couple of people were on virtual.
Okay.
And I had been to this group last year in the summer.
Excuse me, gotta take it.
But today it was.
What did you get?
Oh my goodness.
Dado, I hope you didn't have any hot dogs in the Sonic bag.
Okay, Sparky got into the trash in my dad's bathroom, and I don't know what he found. But anyways, I went to this women's group today, and there were 7 of us, and when it was my turn to tell my story, I did a brief version of what I do because I do a lot of things, and I mentioned that, right? We gotta, you have to voof it. It's called voof, VOOF. You gotta voof right there, and
you gotta voof it, voof.
Just gotta voof it. Anyways, so I was telling a little version of my story, and part of it is some of the trauma that I went through, and because I was honest, do you know there was 3 other women in the room? So there's 7 people in there, and I'm one of them. So 6 other people plus me and 2 online. There was three other women that had been through abuse. And so I just thought it was so important to share that when you get the opportunity to be in a room where you are able to be genuine and authentic and talk about things that you've overcome the perspective of saying that you overcame, and that there's a point to it. Like, this is why I do what I do. Then it allowed people to open up and share. And there was 4 women cried today. And they think that when I come, I make people cry. And it's not because I'm mean and make people cry, but it's just being in the room and being genuine and authentic. And crying is not a bad thing. Darren thinks, oh my God, just don't cry. Just anything. Here's my wallet. Just don't cry. What do you need? Just don't cry. But for women, crying is so healthy. It's like, it's healthy. It's healthy and it's natural. And when you have tears, it's like a release. And that's what I think that guys don't really understand, because they never want to see you cry. They don't want to, the good ones don't want to see you cry, and they don't want to make you cry, but
grown men don't cry.
Whatever. You do all the time.
Only in movies.
No, it's cleansing. See, it's healthy. It's good for women to cry. And so
Well, everybody knows I'm a softie. I told them that last night.
we knew that before you said it.
You're not having
Sparky's
another
not
rabbit.
very happy that you took away that bag of trash that he was digging into. So, anyways, Sparks, he wants that. Bring me that bag back. Put him up in our lap. He wants to see the people. Okay. Come on, Sparks. Say hello.
Come on. My little rugrat, say hello. Say hi, everybody.
Sparky is a very healthy dog. People are always like, has he gained weight? And he's just, his fur is longer. He's my dog. Worry about yourself. He's my dog.
You got a chubby hubby and a chubby doggy, honey.
No, I have happy, healthy family members. Okay, so I wanted to share that because that was really beautiful. And so then throughout the meeting, because it was a long meeting, honey. Are you listening?
I'm trying to, and I'm not picking up trash of dogs.
It was a long meeting, and towards the end, I noticed a lady across from me diagonally is crying. And I leave the room to go get a Diet Dr. Pepper. But while I'm out there, I think, why don't we just all have a piece of chocolate cake? Because there was a lot of tears in there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of tears in that room. So I brought 2 giant pieces of chocolate cake, brought them into the room. And we
Wait,
all
did you just
shared
pull them
them.
out of your pocket, or
No, it was a restaurant. It was the Tower
Oh,
Club.
oh.
It's a country club thing. Actually, let me tell you the story about the Tower Club.
We gotta
I'm going to
finish
come
this.
back. I'm going to come back to the chocolate cake. Okay, listen to the Tower Club story. So, Hunt Oil
yeah,
and Ross Perot family
yeah.
and 2 other families were big in developing Dallas back in the day. You might know the other 2 families. I can't remember what they told me. Do you know who they were?
There's a lot of big families. in
Hunt
Dallas.
Oil, Ross Perot, and somebody else. Anyways, so Margaret Hunt wanted a club to be able to go to. And back then, because
Mhm.
you didn't have clubs for women. And so she built this whole entire building so that she would have her own club for women. Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome.
So that's another reason why I love the Tower Club, because we have women's groups there. So back to the chocolate cake. I come in, and then the lady sees the chocolate cake and starts crying even more.
My God.
And I thought to myself, maybe I shouldn't be in this group. No, I'm just kidding. Well,
Make him
so
cry,
at
then
the
you bring
end,
him
she
chocolate
tells
cake
me,
Make him cry harder.
at the end, she tells me that she was on her Facebook this morning and she saw that it was her grandfather's birthday today. And she just was thinking about him. And she gave us this beautiful story about why she's in financial planning and how much she loved her grandfather, because her parents and her grandparents, they talked about money.
Okay.
And it was healthy because the topic of the day was money. And it was how people feel about money. How do you react to money? And we were walking through this whole, it was really, really great. It was a great topic. And she loved that her parents and grandparents talked about money, told her about the stock market when she was fairly young. So she's like, I don't even have to do anything. I give them $1 and then like later they're going to give you back $1.50.
Say that again.
So
No, just say that dollar part.
I can give $1 and then they'll give me back $1.50, like down the road. The stock market.
So, when I was telling you all that
I don't have to do anything.
last night, you put $100 a month in or $50 a month in. If you would have started doing that 30 years ago, whatever amount you would have put in would be, that dollar would be at least, give or take, $1.70 right now. After 3
Right.
years.
So she learned this young, like 9. And I thought it was so healthy. And then there was another girl that most of the women in the room, their families never talked about money, or it was worse, where they're 12 years old and they knew exactly how much money they needed for the electricity bill. They had an amount of money that they know they needed to go to the store to buy something. And it was like the extreme polar opposite to never talking about money. Like they knew way too much.
Well,
And they saw the lights get turned off and the rent not get paid and getting evicted. And
yeah, it's tough for a lot of people. I remember growing up, my mom, man, when it was my mom on her own, we lived in like 3 houses within a 3-year time period. And I can name every one of those houses. They weren't bad houses, but 2 of them were owned by the church. And so the church helped her out. But it was crazy. And it was, and I remember, I've all told you how my mom would do whatever she can to make sure I had baseball cleats and, not workout clothes, but clothes just to wear. And, she'd do odd jobs and stuff like that. And, I never asked my mom for money. If I did, it's like, hey, you got $1 on you or something along that line? I'll give it back here in a minute, So, but I never asked my mom for money because she just worked her tail off. Yeah. And then because of, and I'll tell you one thing, because of that, I got a job when I was 14. I didn't wait till I was 16. I got a job at the country club cleaning golf clubs for members when I was 14. Plus, I got to play golf for free there, which was kind of cool. But I lived 3.5 miles away from there, that golf course, and I rode my 10-speed bike there. And half the time, I had my golf clubs on my back, riding that 10-speed to get there. So, crying about money. Let me just.
I had to finish my story, though.
Oh, all right. We'll finish it.
Okay, so she really loved her grandfather. It was his birthday today. He's been passed away for a long time, but it was just one of those days that was emotional. And so halfway through the meeting, she had kind of thrown up a little prayer that she was going to have chocolate cake today to celebrate her grandfather. And so then I had come back in.
Oh, how cool.
With the chocolate cake. And so she told me, she didn't tell everybody until the end because she just kept crying off and on. And I was like, whoa.
I'm sorry. Did you want vanilla?
No, it was,
well, that's a great story.
A really wonderful day. And then when I got home, I had 2 messages, one from her and one from another girl that she had been in an abusive situation. She was one of the other ones that had been in that. And she left me the most beautiful message and said that I was like a ray of sunshine and that she was so glad that she got to meet me today.
That's awesome.
And that she wanted to volunteer for our home. So I had this fabulous day.
That's a fabulous day. So remember when I was telling y'all, I think I was telling y'all last night, if not, I was saying it the day before when we were on, smile at someone, try to help someone, no matter what it is. And it doesn't have to necessarily be about money, but it will make if you're having a bad day and you help someone, it'll turn your day around like that.
So another story about last night, because we had Limitless Ladies.
Woo!
For part of our ladies, we had like a little tiny North Texas group or North Dallas group. They were going to have a lot more on Sunday in our bigger group on Sunday where more people are coming. But Joanna was telling me that her and her husband watch us sometimes on here.
Is that Israel? No,
another
that's Danielle
one.
In Israel.
His name is Jared.
Okay.
Joanna.
Okay.
Joanna.
I got it.
Yeah, no, that's Danielle. Anyways, he said, "Why is she so shiny?" Me. And I don't know if it's because, I have Botox and creams on my face.
No.
Or because I'm like shiny.
What did I tell you? Quit sneaking that
like
Botox.
Sunshine Sally.
Sunshine Sally?
Sunshine Sally used to come out.
Mustang Sally.
No, Sunshine Sally used to come out on the news every morning with her funny hats and tell you what the weather was going to be like if you lived in Lubbock, Texas, and you grew. That was her name, Sunshine Sally, and she did the weather report in the mornings. So I had a great day. Maybe I need to slow down on my creams or something.
Yeah. Okay.
But wasn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
It was a beautiful day.
Yes, it sounds like a great day. I've been feeling sick all day. Actually, this is the best I felt. Probably because I just took like 18 aspirin.
I have a little bit of a dry throat, but
Yeah.
I'm fine. So, what's our Rip Roarin Laughter show, honey?
Listening to you and Sunshine Sally. It's a good start.
And I also know, about Mustang Sally. I got in trouble one time in the middle of that song.
I'm not going to ask.
You shouldn't. I probably shouldn't have said that. But anyways.
So, I don't know. I was saying something. What was I saying?
It wasn't that bad. Somebody wouldn't dance with me, so I just got up and danced by myself.
Well, yeah, I've seen you do that all the time. I mean, all chicks do that. I remember. So, did you have like 7th and 8th grade dances?
Oh yeah, we had clubs.
Well,
Bells and Bows, Stardusters. There were clubs, so you had to dance once a month.
I remember. So we'd have those dances. I remember 7th grade when we had our first one. It was, it was our class. I think it was just our class, which was a whopping 66 people, if I remember right. And we'd go into the cafeteria and they clear all the tables out, make a big dance floor. And some of you St. Albert people might remember this if you're watching. But they play music, right?
Yours was at school?
Yeah, at school. And, there's 30 priests and 15 nuns, chaperone. I'm exaggerating, but.
There's more priests and nuns than kids?
I don't know. But anyway, making sure we didn't dance. Well, none of the guys would dance. All the girls were out there dancing by themselves. And I'm pretty sure I was the first guy that said I couldn't take it anymore, so I just went out there and started dancing with them. I had no idea what I was doing. But
you're a good dancer. You have good rhythm.
And I'm pretty sure I got made fun of by all the guys in my class for quite a while on that.
But the girls loved it because you were the only one.
Well, yeah. I'm not sure if any other guys followed me. I don't think they did. I can't remember.
Darren and all the ladies dancing. Isn't that how it always is?
Well, it looks stupid standing around and staring at them. I like girls. So I'm like, might as well go have fun with them. Maybe I'll get one of them to like me or something. I don't know what I was thinking, but look like fun, and I'm pretty sure that's the first time I ever danced in my life. So I had no idea what it looked like. I'm sure it didn't look great, but
I'm sure you did great. I have a story about dance.
You got a lot of dance stories.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about that kind of dance.
Okay.
So there was one there was the clicky girls.
Or there are clicky girls and clicky guys in every school?
There's the clicky girls, or like the mean ones. And everybody was going to wear this.
Mrs. Grinch. I'm sorry.
That's your Rip Roarin Laughter that you're adding in.
I'm just making comments,
So everybody's going to wear a certain outfit because, there's always like the leader of the whole thing that was going to tell everybody what to wear. And so everybody was going to show up in this specific outfit. So I have my mom at the mall trying to find the specific outfit because, everybody's going to wear this, everybody's going to wear that. Well, they didn't have that at the store in my size. And so my mom talked me into wearing something totally different.
Go ahead.
And do you know, I showed up in my outfit and every single girl there had the other outfit on except me.
You stood out.
Well, you know what happened at the next dance?
The same thing?
No. The next dance, everybody had on what I had on the last time.
Ah.
And I had on the other outfit. I finally found it.
Well,
isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's standing out, honey. It's being yourself. That's just.
So that's why I always want to have.
That's
why I always want to have something different to wear. And I just kind of go against the grain like that.
So I went to Catholic school, so all the girls wore the same thing every time.
Yeah.
You know, they're Catholic skirts. Yeah.
Anyways, back to money.
Back to money.
We were talking about money in our women's group today and how money makes you feel. And you were talking about your mom.
Who got the guy to wear makeup?
That's the filter.
Yeah, I don't wear.
I gotta change the filter on there.
I don't wear any makeup, so.
Don't respond to people like that.
Well, I mean, maybe I should.
No. Mm-mm.
No,
Maybe you should wear makeup or respond to people like that.
Oh, I wear makeup.
Honey, money. money, 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 money.
You got the money, honey. I got the time.
You were going to tell a story about your mom and growing up as a kid.
Yeah, well, I never asked her for money, and I got my first job when I was 14, and I did it on my own. And I remember pitching in, helping out here and there, with money. Not a lot.
So my parents wouldn't let me work in high school.
Well, that's because you're a rich little brat.
They said you have to work on your grades, and I got paid for grades.
Yeah, well, I didn't work on my grades. I got average grades, no matter what.
I got about $100 per report card.
Well, see, my mom couldn't give me $100.
It was from my grandparents.
I'd have been studying my ass off.
It was my grandparents.
Well, my grandparents, they were okay. They had money, but not much. They had enough to live a good life, and they did. And which was kind of cool. But anyway, I wasn't going down that route.
So you got a job at 14.
Well,
and then you were talking about going to the golf club on the bicycle.
I'm going to talk eventually.
Hurry up.
So, well, I think where I was going with all that is money can be tough to talk about for a lot of people. They can, for the obvious reasons, they're embarrassed. They don't want to be cast off as whatever the reasons are, and so it's kind of hard to talk about, and a lot of problems stem from money in some way, shape, or form. I have this old saying, and it's really not true, but I've said to myself many times, you know what? There's not a problem in this world that money can't fix. It's not true. Well, by the way, I've tried that too. But it certainly helps.
Money fixes a lot of problems.
Yes, it does, but it doesn't fix all the problems.
Well, if money is the only problem you have, you don't have very many problems.
Well, I'll argue that because someone thinks that if money is the only problem they have, they probably got a ton of problems. Or if they don't have a problem with money, they got more problems. You see it in all walks of life. We talk about addictions and stuff like that every night, and we'll continue to do that, by the way. And I've seen some of the wealthiest people in the world fall because of addictions. I've seen I've seen people kill themselves that had all the money in the world because they were just unhappy in so many other different ways. You've all heard about stories like that. What's the name? I'm losing a blank.
Epstein?
Oh, the Epstein thing. These people in the book, what were they thinking? Seriously, what? I mean, I'm sure some of them probably went in there blind and didn't know at the beginning. But, I have a hard time believing that, after the first year or whatever, and they kept going back and back, there was something really bad going on and they stuck with it. And for God knows the reason why. I have no idea.
I will never understand.
The former prince, what's his name?
Andrew.
He's
arrested.
He got arrested today. Think about that.
Wacko.
You're a prince, got everything in the world at your fingertips, and yet you got to go do crap like that. I don't get it.
I will never understand that.
No. Well, that wasn't real funny.
Well, that was not rip roaring or funny. I think we lost 5 people on that comment.
Sorry, guys.
They're like,
No.
oh boy, don't be talking about that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear about it.
No. So what do you got? Come on. Yeah,
Well, I wanted to work in high school. My parents said, no, you need to focus on your grades. And I was so busy, I stayed out of trouble. I didn't have time to work. I got up at 5 in the morning. I was doing school, cheerleading, ballet, theater. I was doing ballet at the college when I was 9. I was, who cares? You're like,
boring.
I had a point.
I'm waiting for it.
I didn't have time to work, and then
Wouldn't it be funny? Get to the point.
I wanted to work in college, and my parents didn't really want me to work in college again.
Yeah.
I know this is weird. I know most people work, and my parents didn't want me to work in college either. But I did. I went to the bank to get a job, and the bank that I went to get this job, they kept all the ballet costumes underneath in the basement at the bank because the president of the bank was a board member on the ballet.
That's a little iffy.
Well, there wasn't that many, hoopty things to be in Lubbock. They had 2 country clubs and they had the symphony and the ballet. So
I'm surprised they had a symphony.
There wasn't that
ballet.
many things to be all like whatever.
I'm from Council Bluffs, Iowa. Symphony, ballet, those were something that visited Omaha every once in a great while.
Okay, well, there just wasn't that many things to be, whatever. So the president of the bank was a board member on the ballet, and they kept the costumes underneath the bank.
You didn't think that was weird?
No, I thought it was awesome because I knew where they were, and we could go and look at them and stuff. So anyways, I went there to get a job, and they said, hold on just a second. So they go to tell the president of the bank that I'm there to get a job. And they waltzed me into the president's office and asked me if my parents know that I'm there to get a bank job. And I lied. And I said, yes, they do. And they didn't. But I got the job at the bank.
Well, that's just being creative and determined. So that's cool. I think that's a cool story. I wanted a job.
I did. I wanted to work.
How long did you last there?
I worked there over a year.
Oh.
Yeah, probably like 2 years. I was a teller. I was an outdoor teller.
What'd you tell her?
Back when they had tellers.
Yeah,
Did you have Tilly, the all-time teller, or was that a Lubbock thing? When having a teller at the bank was like a new thing. I'm Tilly, your all-time teller. I work at American State.
Oh my God.
There's those things that stick in your head that are commercials that like double your pleasure, double your fun.
I know.
Double mint gum. Everybody remembers it.
I mean, this is some funny shit right there.
Okay, how about this one? I bet you can finish it. 588-2300.
Empire.
See, it's just certain things. They just stick in your head.
I got one that I guarantee you no one on here will know.
Okay.
There's an outside chance a few people from my hometown might. But I'm going back to.
We're losing people by the minute.
It's Friday. You know what? I get it. You got to go out and play. Watch a movie, something good. So anyway, there was a fishing show. Yes, a fishing TV show.
Talk about boring.
Well, for some reason, I loved fishing when I was growing up. And
yeah, but watching it?
Yes, I watched it. It was
That's like watching golf.
It was on Sundays, and it was called the Virgil Ward Fishing Show, and they had a song they sang at the beginning.
I want to hear it.
From the lands of northern Canada to the Gulf of Mexico, wherever the fish are biting, that's where we're gonna go.
Oh, that's cute. And how old were you when you were watching that show?
I guarantee I was
10?
At the max.
That's so cute.
But
See, and you still remember it because you loved it.
I
liked Greatest American Hero. Do you remember the Greatest American Hero?
No.
Okay, the Bionic Woman.
I remember that one.
The Bionic Man.
I remember that.
Whoa.
Bigger, stronger, faster.
What was that one?
That was a saying, the Bionic Man.
Okay, well, on Sundays, I was watching the car races. There was only a few channels on.
We got a good old NASCAR race going on in Lubbock, Texas.
They were on TV.
Well, I know because that's it. They knew everybody in Lubbock, Texas wanted to watch the car race.
Well, that's what I was
NASCAR,
watching.
woohoo!
No, it was the funny cars.
Whatever cars, funny, loud.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, hey, what are you gonna do today? I'm gonna go work on my car.
I don't work on cars, but I do kind of look like a mechanic today. Look at my outfit, and I wish I could find these to sell them in the boutique. Look, this is my NASCAR outfit.
When you go change my oil, NASCAR money. I actually got the oil change on one of the trucks today, taking yours in next week, and probably mine too.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Mine needs a car wash
I almost
too.
bought a new car today. I wanted to tell you about it until I brought it home, but
Well, I would have loved it
nah.
as long as it was white. Was it sparkly white or was it plain white?
It was dark.
Flat.
It was dark gray. And
Oh, I would have hated it. You have a gray truck.
Why, you hate my truck?
No,
She hates my truck.
I don't want another one gray.
I didn't get it, so you're good. You're good. I'm getting candy apple red. SUV.
No, you're not. We had one. We had a red expedition. We
That's
called it.
right. We call it red. We are creative as heck. Guess what we call our white expedition?
Whitey. That's the name of the Wi-Fi inside the car too. Whitey.
It is?
No.
Is that your car? Or
No, our car.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. So, anybody else got any fun stuff to say before we lose everyone
We
on
have
this one?
Officially 43:10 minutes and seconds of nothing. That's what we talked about. We shared a couple of cute stories.
Well,
We were talking about money. Money was the topic, and rip roaring laughter.
which I have no money, and that makes me laugh. And when I have a lot of money, that makes me laugh. And when I'm in between, I'm crying because I don't know. Money doesn't matter.
Money is just a tool.
Just a tool. It's a nice tool to play with when you got a lot of it.
Well,
But, so
it's not everything.
no, it's not. But, someone asked me one time, how do you set your goals about how much money you need? And you got to think about that's not a snap answer. If you do snap answer it, you haven't thought about it. But if you really think about it, like I'll use us as an example. We got stuff we don't need. We got stuff that we do need, right? So if you break it down to, we got our puppies and our daddo to take care of. And if you break it down to the simplest things, and just do that, would you be happy? That means you don't have to worry about paying the mortgage, paying the car payments, and putting enough food in the cabinet to feed yourselves and whoever else you're supporting.
Sometimes less is more.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I mean, it's a perfect comment because you know what? Sometimes that's all that people need, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. As a matter of fact, it makes things simpler, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a lot easier way to live.
Yeah,
When there's less to worry about, less to take care of,
no
less bills
question.
to pay.
So, and the reason why I'm bringing up this story because a lot of people that have watched us over the past, some of you said, well, I'm worried about this. Well, we've heard all the issues when it comes to I don't have enough money. We've heard them all.
We've had them all.
We've had them all. But you know what? If you break it down to, okay, what do you got to do to just do the necessities? And if you just did the necessities, if you didn't have to worry about what I just said, that person would be extremely happy. And you know what? When you add it all up, it's probably not a lot of money. Meaning that you could probably get a simple job that doesn't require a college degree. It just requires effort and the willingness to work. And you probably take care of all those basic needs, the ones I just listed. So if you're saying I can't, go talk to God and say I can. I can. Don't use that word can't or cannot. Don't use those words. And you're going to have a pretty good life because you're going to strive to better yourself and you're better everything you have to. And more money does not necessarily mean good. Matter of fact, I think when I had the most money when we first started, when I had the most money probably in my life, I don't think our life was that great. I mean, you know what?
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes, it was. It was dreamy. And you were way happier. You had more energy. You were happier. You were bouncing around.
I'm still happy.
Well, yeah, but most of the time.
See how she is. She just.
But money is just a tool. I've had it. I have not had it.
Well, we all been through that.
I mean, I can remember having $100 for a whole week to feed a family of 5, having one car and waiting tables.
And you made it happen.
And it was fine.
You made it happen.
Some of my brokest times were some of my most carefree times. And some of the bottom times were some of the greatest times because there was nowhere to go but up. There was nothing left. There was nothing left to lose, nothing else to worry about, and
nowhere to go but up. That's a saying that's been around forever. Obviously, you've heard many people say it probably since you remember remembering. It's actually not a bad way to look at things when you're way, way down. You know what? I got nowhere to go but up. It's a positive thought. Think about it.
One of the things that I say when it looks like you're going to be in trouble or not be able to pay for something or something like that is God is always taking care of Terry. He has always taken care of me.
Yeah.
Because even when it looked like I was living out of my car, and even when it looked like I had no money, I don't know where the money came from. I don't know how I did what I did. But you weren't always there.
Yeah, I know.
You weren't always there. But God has always made a way. So we had a challenge at this meeting that we were at today. And it was that the month of March is going to bring the wow, surprise, unexpected money.
Yeah.
You are not anticipating.
Yeah.
And she said, this was Jana. She's our strategic marketing planner. She's amazing. When I met her just last summer, June, July, August, and then suddenly she helped with the conference, and I found Brianna that's helped with my social media, and all that's happened in not even 6 months.
Cool.
It's amazing. And so she did that in December, and money came out of nowhere.
There you go.
So part of that we walked through, in the meeting today was what gets in the way like when you're a kid and you've seen your family be evicted and the lights get turned off or the water turned off or things like that, then it can send you through panic mode. And so fear gets in the way of getting money. So a girl told, you're going to love this story, Darren. Really cute girl. Weight, probably half my age. No, she's a little older than that. I don't know. She's 25, 30. Probably Olivia's age. Maybe a little older. But she had made a lot of money in her life.
Okay.
She had a really fancy, and she didn't grow up with anything. She's just done it all herself. She got student loans, went to college, got an MBA, and made money herself.
Cool.
Just herself. And she went and bought a fancy watch in New York. When she bought the watch, it was worth $20,000.
Yeah.
It was a Chopard.
Yep.
Remember those?
Yep.
They have these floating diamonds in them. It's a cool thing. But she went back to New York and went in to see what the watch was worth. And I don't know how much time had transpired, but that watch became worth $250,000. And suddenly,
that's awesome.
So suddenly she felt like she didn't deserve the watch because it had such a big value. So this is a weird thing that happens to people. It may not happen to you because you're an anomaly, Darren. But for example, Kim, Real Talk Kim, she tells people all the time, don't be afraid of paying taxes, because some people are afraid to make a lot of money because they're afraid they're going to mess up and get in trouble with their taxes. But it's a real thing, honey. I know you're an anomaly. So all of a sudden, the watch wasn't valued at $20,000 anymore. It was valued at $250,000. She didn't feel like she deserved it. She wore that with fear. It got stolen. That was the point I was trying to make. Scared money can't make money. If we live in fear, things disappear. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. No, I'm not an anomaly because I had a $250,000 watch.
But you felt like you deserved it. You are not the same kind of person that I'm talking about.
No, yes and no, because I never wore it.
Well, you don't.
I kept it in a safe.
Yeah.
And I think I wore it on 2 occasions. And then I finally said to myself, why do I have a $250,000 watch?
Okay, well, that's different, though. What I'm talking about is the fear.
Well, how many times did I wear it?
It's not about the watch.
Well, the fear of losing it. Well,
I'm trying to talk about the emotions around money that people feel.
I get it.
So when you're scared, it can impact your ability to make money when you're living in fear. Like, I'm afraid I can't pay my rent. I'm afraid I can't make my car payment. I'm afraid. It works the same in anything. I'm afraid I'm going to drink. I'm afraid I'm going to drink. I'm afraid I'm going to wreck my car. I'm afraid, fear can cause you to be frozen in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can't go forward and you can't accomplish things because of fear will get you stuck like Chuck, frozen.
Yeah,
and you can hang out there and stay there forever when you're stuck in fear.
When you're stuck, call a tow truck. That was my funny part, honey. You said we're going to be.
I'm going to tell you another crazy story.
Only if it's funny.
It's not funny at all.
In less than 3 minutes.
No, it's not funny at all. But I had a bracelet. It wasn't a super expensive bracelet, but it was a very nice bracelet. And it would be very expensive to some people, but I've had it for probably 5 years. I also bought one for 2 other people. I suddenly decided that I didn't want to have that connection with those 2 other people. And I'm telling you, within less than 1 minute, I could not find the bracelet. And I still have not found the bracelet because of what was going on in here. This is what I'm talking about, is how
Reset.
our brain and our emotions can foul us up with stuff. And it doesn't matter if it's money or what.
Well, stuff.
Relationships.
So here.
Okay, it's just stuff.
No,
That's fine.
Well, wait a minute. So I had a story similar to that.
Okay.
I had a whole bunch of crap, stuff, personal stuff, that my ex-wife basically just threw out on the curb. And one of my old neighbors calls me up because I was not. It was when we were separated or just got divorced. I think it was we were separated. My neighbor calls me up and says, "Hey, there's a whole bunch of stuff on your corner. It looks like it's kind of man stuff." It was out by the trash.
Kind of man stuff.
Well,
it looks like it's man stuff from your man cave.
You know where you put your trash can out in the alley or curb? It filled up everything back there. And I said, well, his name was Ken, I think. It was a long time ago, but I said, oh, well. And by the way, he called me up like at 10 at night. And of course, back then I was probably drunk. I'm sure I was. And I'm like, you know what, Ken? It's just a bunch of stuff. And all it's going to do is piss me off when I look at it. So I walked away from it. I don't regret it at all. Matter of fact, I didn't think of that story until you said that.
But I'm not talking about the stuff, because stuff is just stuff. And when you look at stuff like it's just stuff, then you're not out of whack in life in general. But what I was talking about was the emotions around money.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah, so fear. When you have too much fear, then your money will disappear. Things will disappear if you have too much fear. That's what my 2 cents.
I can flip that real easy.
Okay, say it.
If you don't have money, things are going to disappear. I'm serious.
I know.
If you don't have money, you can lose your house, you can lose your car, you can lose everything. If you got addictions you can't get rid of, guess what? You're helping the cause. You get rid of it all. So don't do it.
But if you're afraid,
yes,
then it will freeze you up and you can't.
Being afraid can do a lot of things. It can freeze you up, just like you just said. I 100% agree with everything. But also fear can be a motivation. So, I try to talk. I remember saying one time, and this is kind of a motto. It's not a motto, but it's something I think about a lot. It's, when you're trying to make a decision that's an important decision, and it could be anything. I'm not going to give an example because I can come up with 100 of them, but for some reason not right now. When you're trying to make a decision, whether you should do something or not, try to think of the alternative. Give the alternative. Like if you're going to say yes, give the answer no the same amount of time that you came up with yes.
That is really good advice.
Yeah, well, because you got to look at the alternatives to make an educated, smart decision. You may be able to figure it out on your own. You may have to do some research, and God forbid, research these days. A dummy like me do research. Google.
GPT.
Well, there you go. She uses,
my Rocky.
Yeah. I haven't done that. I don't even know if I named mine yet. Oh yeah, I did. Billy, yeah. Billy's been in hiding for a while, but I always think of the alternative. And I didn't used to be that way. I make snap yes decisions. Yeah, go ahead. I don't care. How many times did I said that? Now I'm like, wait, do we? It could be anything. But do I really need to do that, or do I really need to buy that? Do I really need to eat that? Do I really need to order 5 things instead of 1, which will fill me up no matter what? Always look at the different aspects of life. So, honey, we were so much fun tonight. It's 8:00.
Rip roaring.
We'll have some new topics.
We're so funny. We lost everybody.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thanks for sticking it out with us.
Yes, thanks
the
for
ones who did. And the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. But you know what I think? I forgot.
Oh, you chicken. You didn't want to say it. She copping that. She'll say it eventually.
The attachment to money is the problem.
That's a whole nother topic.
For another day, and that's how I was going to leave it.
A big bunny trail, and it's going to go hop, pop, 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 and I'm going to say, oh boy.
Well, I think it's good to teach people the emotions of money and the mindset of money. I think you have a lot to offer there, and we'll be back on Monday with Darren and his money ideas.
No, it's love month, honey. We got a few days left.
Well, we can love what money does. We can love.
It gets your Botox.
Like money pays your bills.
Money pays the bills.
Money
buys the pills.
Can buy you experiences.
That was terrible.
Money keeps the lights on.
All right, honey. Say goodnight.
And money paid for our fried chicken that we're going to go have that should be on the porch right now.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe. We love you. We'll be back on Monday at 8 o'clock with Happy Hour.
Y'all have a very safe weekend and a great weekend. And
Limitless Ladies is on Sunday at 1 o'clock at the Henry.
We'll see you Monday.
Bye.
Bye.